You know, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of different stuff going on out here, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. Got that Remy thing, and I'm gonna tell you, man, we're gonna end up getting to that Remy joint maybe at some point, but like yo, Remy has a horrible character. I mean, I don't know her, right? Oh, you don't know, but from what we've seen, from how she carry herself, from the things she's done so far, Remy has a horrible character. Does Puff? Does Puff maybe like have some horrible character traits? Like he's a horrible character. Some people might say so too. I mean, I don't. I mean, you know, when we get in the people's bedrooms, man, it get tricky. You get the inside scoop on somebody's bedroom, it's gonna get tricky. If you get an inside view of any long, deep relationship, it's gonna get tricky. I feel like a lot of people was judging Puff over him hitting a woman. I got my own personal belief that 90% of men have hit a woman before that they've been in a relationship with. Most dudes I know and came up with have beat females up in the streets like that might not have been their girlfriend. Just she might have violated or disrespected. Cause in my opinion, you might not agree with me. It's not the male and female dynamic that stop violence. It's respect and disrespect. Betrayals and non-betrayals. Cause guess what? You a man, but you a human. And if you don't have emotions or any of that stuff, you a serial killer, so it don't matter anyway. But if you just a regular dude, but you ain't functioning at a super high level, then embarrassment affects you too much. And if embarrassment affects you, then of course you ain't never did nothing. You perfect, ain't you? So, nah, Puff ain't perfect. He might be a freak. But not being perfect and being a freak, that don't mean you deserve 20 years in jail.
You tell me, good. Peanut butter jelly. Good. Peanut butter jelly. There she go, the lady of my dreams.
The Chalice one. One of my guys from Flatbush name used to be Chalice. Back in the days, we used to call him Siegel though when we was in juvenile detention. Shout out to my man Siegel. I ain't seen him since then though, but we was friends like a motherfucker. We was cool as shit. He was crip. But if we being completely honest, man, relationships get tricky. And if you a freak, been in some domestic violence, nah. Do I think Puff is a criminal? If you, yo, bro, you know how, yo, who don't do drugs? Any of y'all watch Joe Rogan? Who don't do drugs? You know how many people I know that don't do drugs, but they take drugs from the pharmaceutical companies? And they're like, oh, no, that's not. Drugs, freaky sex, relationship violence. I would venture to say all three of those things is common. If you watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the stuff. You disagree, you disagree. You agree? Let me know. If you see this clip on Instagram, whatever, let me know how you feel. But I feel like drugs some kind of violence in relationships, freaky sex. These all might be common things. But when you get a peephole into somebody's life, they personal shit is always going to look despicable and ugly. I'm lying? If I'm lying, let me know. But if you followed the trial, and we was covering it, right? Take the money away. Take the money away. How many people come in there pleading their case? How many people get on the stand if you take the money away? If you take the clout away, because clout seems to be something very large in today's society. Come on, gang. I mean, let's be real here.
Combs' fate has been determined. After weeks of testimony in the rap mogul's sex trafficking trial, a New York jury has issued its verdict. Combs was found not guilty on count 1, racketeering conspiracy. As to count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, he was also found not guilty. On count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 1, Cassie Ventura, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty. Combs was found not guilty on count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, which pertained to victim 2, aka Jane.
Pay attention.
And count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution, also pertaining to victim 2, Jane, and commercial sex workers, he was found guilty. Since May, the prosecution has...
I'm going to tell y'all, man. Say we chalk that up as you and your girl in the car driving to go get somebody that y'all gonna pay to engage in sex with y'all. Say you got a little bread and you done flew the chick out. Yo, don't these females be rapping about getting flew out? Should they be arrested? Should an investigation be done on every female rapper that said, hey, she trying to get flew out for that chicken? Should an investigation go into all the rappers, the men that be like, they fly a chick out, they got money, yo, I buy you some tits, I buy you I'm trying to cop that thing. Shit, we might not have no more motherfucking hip-hop at that point.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Come on, we gotta listen to country now.
You niggas are crazy.
We gotta move this thing over to country music now, I guess. And I've been seeing females on social media all day say people celebrating Diddy getting found not guilty on some of these charges is disrespectful to black women. Women in general. Now, I might be inclined to go along with some of those voices. But I can't go along with it because I ain't never seen the female step up and say, hey, this might be disgraceful to black men. This might make black men look bad. The narrative in our society is that a female could do whatever she wants to you, period. But once again, you a human. Are females more emotional than men? Some of y'all gonna say, yeah. No, who told you that? Who told you that? Nigga from your hood? Did a scientist tell you this? Did a professional feelings researcher, whatever the fuck, did they tell you this? Did the psychologist tell you? Who told you that? A lot of motherfuckers run around. You've been raised in a single parent household with your mom. You got all her feelings. You got all her emotions. You move like a woman. I say that. I used to move like a woman too because I was raised in a single parent household, right? So how it look with females is can't control their emotions, spazzing out, getting violent, going crazy, right? Sometimes they do that on their men. Sometimes they fighters in the hood, they do it to other females. But when it's a dude, it could turn into gang banging, murder. It's just impulsiveness, bad decision making. If that's the case, right? So we all might be dealing with the same feelings. Now, society pressures, add this on. I'm going to show you how it's real. So, society pressures, right? You know how if a female got a history, like, she not let a lot of dudes knock it down, but she don't want to say it. She don't want to admit that, right? Because society pressures on her for that type shit. That's the same thing with dudes. They have society pressures as well. Society pressures tell you, like it tell a female, she ain't supposed to be promiscuous. She can't be a hoe. Society pressures tell men, oh yo, you can't be emotional. Nah, that's a lie. It's impossible because you are human. And if you're not emotional, something wrong with your brain, and you might be a serial killer, a psychopath, a socio. You might need medication. You might really need to seek counseling to get some help. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and I ain't dead, gang.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
So once again, do I think Diddy maybe a bad character per the standards in society? Yeah. But compared to who? Compared to Remy Ma? Compared to Meg Thee Stallion? Compared to who? We just happened to find out all his personal business and what was going on behind closed doors in his life. We happened to see a video of him beating Cassie. When I first seen the video, I didn't see it like y'all. Domestic violence, it don't have like a crazy significance in my mind. It's like, okay, domestic. In the crib, like this is a relationship. Oh, they fighting. It go both ways. So the first thing I thought about is what Cassie did. Because I'm not in the boat with everybody, right? And everybody be biased. It'd be a different time you be feeling like, oh, if it... So I say, what happened? What happened to bring him to that point, right? What took place? And then from that point, the one thing I learned is you gotta stay out of it, right? Once you learn that she gonna go back to him, once you learn that she cool with it, right? Oh no, but she, it's like Stockholm Syndrome. No, it's not. No, it's not, man. I hate comparisons. Hey, yo. We gotta fix how we compare shit, right? Like, a family member of my husband was in jail for like 90 days. I did 10 and a half years. I did more than 10 and a half years. I did 10 and a half years straight, though. He feel like his 90 days comparable to my 10 and a half years. That's what we do a lot. We start to compare situations like, oh, but it's this and this. No, 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 no. Some dudes is just violent and nasty creatures. And you know what that looks like? That looks like your woman expressing her opinion and you attacking her or beating her. You ever see them old school movies? Motherfucker food cold and he just start beating up his lady? Nah, we not talking about that. if you in a dedicated relationship with your lady, I'm outside the building or something. You walk in, catch your lady in there cheating on you, and you wearing her out. If she come out and run past me, I'm going to say, hey, man, you ain't signed no contract with him. Like, you couldn't control your emotions and feelings on how you want, but now he got, who says that? Who told you people got to be hurt and just take it? Because you a man. No, men have the same emotions and feelings that women have. They say women run from accountability. What better way to run from accountability than to not have to be accountable for your actions? Yes, I know that men are naturally stronger than women, but it's some of y'all that's saying that that's not the case. And never forget that we just elevated chimps, but we animals. And in the wilder, male grizzly don't make no distinction from female grizzly. If you put yourself in an enemy position, you may get treated like an enemy. So I want to know all the facts. So I don't go, oh, I gotta believe the victim. Because how many times has the victim been caught lying? Which would flip who's the victim. So how do you know if you believe in the victim? How many females have y'all heard say, oh, I used to hit dudes until a dude hit me? I heard, what's some girl name on the Joe Budden say? I heard her say that. And she still was kind of in her mind like, she said, yeah, I hit a dude and then he hit me and he was like, don't hit me again. I've been through that. I had a female hit me. It took me a minute to muster it up. And she was on my body. I'm talking about like, yo, when I was a kid, I had a chick break a phone over my head. I was cheating. I didn't return fire on her, but it hurt it. I didn't return fire on her because I felt her pain. How many women can feel their man's pain? Sometimes I feel like we just gotta step our game up as humans.
Has been arguing that the Bad Boy Records founder had used his sprawling network of employees to carry out illegal activity, including orchestrating days-long freak-offs that required an onslaught
we
of
know all
illegal
that ain't true, though.
substances and sex workers around the country. Combs' former employees, including assistants George Kaplan, who received immunity for his testimony, as well.
And wait, one more thing. You mean to tell me that if this happened in Las Vegas, he wouldn't be guilty right now? There are sections of our society where these things seem normal. Being a freak is normal. Right? How you like your sex served up on a platter is normal for you. We got humans doing all type of sexual stuff, right? Male on male, woman on woman. That straight thing. You and your lady, me and my lady. You and your guy. Her and her guy. We got toys for boys. Toys for gals. You like what you like. That's why you don't need to know what everybody like unless you trying to indulge, because all you going to do is judge. But depending on what's on the line, hey, man, watch how the fuck you out here judging. Fuck around, destroy my life.
Well as Capricorn Clark and a woman who was only called Mia during the trial had taken the stand to share their experiences working for him. Clark had testified that Combs forced her to go with him to...
Now imagine this. This what I mean, right? Now you see the verdict in, but you see they still going over what they testified to. Well, they saying none of that was true because he ain't get found guilty on that. Let's only talk about the things that he guilty of. Indulging in paying prostitute, being involved with, yeah, me and my lady in the car, we about to go down here and pick a sex worker to get busy with us. Who, you like that one? All right, let's get that one. Let's get that one. How much time you deserve in jail for that? Cassie was cheating on Puff with Kid Cudi, Kid Cudi with Puff, the husband with Kid Cudi, the husband with Puff. So all them men was caught up in that. Cassie came into the relationship with Puff from dealing with another old dude that she discarded and got with Puff. Take the celebrity away, take the case away, and somebody tell you this story. And you don't feel, you feel very different about it, bro. And that's what's crazy about people, is because how you can't do those mathematics yourself, that's when the math ain't mathing correct, bro. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is a worse person than Puff. In real life. Right now, the judgment is in. Right? So a lot of people that's upset at some people for feeling like, yeah, man, I'm glad Puff ain't gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. If it would have went vice versa, you'd have celebrated the verdict. You'd have went, oh yeah, that's right. But now all of a sudden it ain't right. Now the jury is bugged out, right? Why you going against the jury? You see how that's just bias. You can clearly see the bias. I'm not being biased here. People need to let this be.